The way we've done it so far is on a particularly large city, the cost of filming an entire city may be beyond what you'd say, hey, I want to do. So in this case, what we did, for example, with Tim, is he said, hey, I want to have, basically half of Orange County, so that we're filming pretty much all of Orange County, but he's going to have the rights to provide his online videos effectively on half the property. So it's kind of where we're defining all the neighborhoods of Orange County and Seminole County and a little bit in Volusia County, which is Daytona, North Orlando area. And so he's building the videos now that we're going to be having online, tied to the neighborhoods. So once we have a neighborhood online, anybody who goes into that region, it's going to pop up his advertising effectively.
So specifically for area or region.
Right.
It's
If you've, yeah, and especially with the fact that if you film a commercial about you and your brokerage that's describing, here's what I know about this neighborhood, and it's linked into that property, the way it comes out on the web page is it just becomes a button that can be added to your existing web page, or we can display it as an application. So obviously, if it's you're telling that home buyer or lister, here's how we're going to market your property, and here's how we promote not just your house, but you've already invested to film that 30-second commercial or even that 3-minute commercial explaining all the benefits of that neighborhood of 1,000 homes. Well, then you've differentiated yourself to the online buyer or lister, and that's your content. We act as just the facilitator in the delivery of the video. And so our business model is pretty much, go for the low-hanging fruit. Our cars, when we deploy them, and in fact, we have a camera system, so if y'all want to come up and see it, we show you what we put on. We literally put the camera on top of a sports rack in the car, and we drive around the city, and we can cover about 4,000 properties every day we're driving, assuming, good weather. So it goes pretty quick. When you say, okay, I want to get a lot filmed, we can film pretty fast. Actually, we have filmed quite a bit of Key West. Yep. Yeah. So we have we've filmed quite a bit, and we're sprinkled around the country. And it was basically where we had contracts with the county governments and the like. And so we also had we had partnered up with Pictometry that does a lot of aerial imagery, like Microsoft Virtual Earth. And so I'm now deploying right now our camera systems. And I'll give you an idea. This is the coverage map of the a company we partner with that flies the continental United States, and we're going to be flying under a federal mandated contract at about 1,500 feet. So we're going to have extreme high resolution aerial imagery next year, starting in January. And so we'll be covering pretty much actually the southeast in the early part of the year, January, February, March. And we'll be adding that in. So we're going to have sort of the street level video drive-by and then the aerial video flyby. So we'll generate that type of content that could be placed again on your website. We're also going to partner with a few, I can't share the companies yet, but some of the big online web companies that attract buyers, where people are doing research and they're not really a brokerage, they're going to be adding our 3V TV content to their sites. When those come in, if you guys work with us to film neighborhoods and define the neighborhoods with the video, it will automatically create a lot of value and benefits back to you, because you're taking your personal asset, your knowledge of the neighborhood, your experience, your business, and applying it online. And so this is where we're looking to establish relationships, to let you film what you have. We provide video templates, and then we put it online for you. We actually, it doesn't do it justice. If you want to come back to the back later, I've got a high-def LCD display, so you can actually see the resolution. But to give you an idea, this is where we can pull up a property, and we can pull it up in high res, and this is attempting to show, it's going to pull up the highest resolution that we have here in just a second. I was connected to a high-speed network, but looks like I may not be. Yeah, there it is. So as we're driving by, you can sort of see this, but you can really see it on the back. But as we go by, we can get, we're taking pictures, 17 megapixels is how much it is. That we're driving down the street and taking 12 times a second. So we can use it. It's good enough for use for appraisal work, insurance, county assessors, and everything. And we can turn that into video. When we deliver that to the consumer, it's delivered sort of in background mode, so it sort of queues up so that the consumer can see a lot of video when they want to look at 20 different properties at once.
What about privacy?
Yeah, when actually Google started doing their Street View driving, they had some issues because they had, driving up private driveways and that sort of thing. We've only done that when we were authorized by the county government. When we're driving other streets, we're only going to drive public roads where authorized. And then the data that we're presenting online is strictly on listed properties, and we do short segments there. I'm sorry? We're looking to do updating pretty much on an annual basis. On the aerial side, it's going to be pretty much right on track every year under this federal process that we're working under. On the different cities, we may do higher frequencies in rapidly developing areas. It really depends, and so we'll see how that goes over the next couple of years. Resolution quality, we're going to be going to basically a 4 inch resolution. So when you look at something, you can see something that's 4 inches in. Whereas today, if you look at Google, when you try and zoom in, you're only going to see something that's typically about 36 inches. So our resolution is going to be 6 to 8 to 10 times higher in terms of clarity, and it'll simply be sharper. Because we're actually flying it at 1,500 feet under some special clearances.
So everything on the cars, the partners,
Mm-hmm.
that's the information is pulled every single time it's pulled up?
Yeah, we'll like if you had a listing, this is you could pull up lots of images for any one particular listing. So this listing here, in fact, this resolution that you're looking at right here is about 1 meter resolution off of Yahoo. So it'll be 10 times closer in. But we generate numerous photos of every property as we drive by, and then we turn that into a video, which I showed you with the steering wheel. So
Taking 96 pictures a second as you drive down the street.
And-
So we've got 8 cameras doing, and they're doing 12 pictures, 12 images per second, each one of them. So what you have here is basically a video where you're piecing all those together. You can do panoramic. You'll be able to take that image and send it to your panoramic image and send it to a client or potentially somebody that's hitting the internet on it, or you can send them a video. So say Bob and Betty want to move from Cleveland down to the Villages, but they don't know anything about the Villages, but they want to see that area, and she's going to send them 20 different links to those 20 properties that are available in their price range. Well, they're going to kick 17 of them, and they want to go kick the tires on 3 of them. So when they come down here, they don't spend 3 weekends, going back and forth to Cleveland. They come down one weekend. She takes them out there, and they've already done in 1 hour. They've done, looked at everything. They want it when they go to the internet. They want to see a lot of data. They want to be like an appraiser. They want to pull as much data as they can so they can make a financial decision, because that's, they're talking about a major investment in their retirement or in their kids. They want to see, if are there high tension power lines over here, or is there a park over here? Where do you want to put your kids? So, all this data is coming in. You got the MLS that's going to be on this. It's on this website. You have the public records information that's on this website. You've got aerials, high definition aerials. I mean,